Lightning struck when fans least expected it, right in the middle of the 2025 SMX Playoff 1 opener at Concord's SMX Dragway. But here's where it gets controversial. Was the decision to cancel the second motos the right call, or did it cost riders a chance to prove themselves? Let's unpack the chaos, the highlights, and the questions that linger after this weather-interrupted weekend. The event, which aired live on NBC for the first time in SMX playoff history, turned into a surreal mix of racing and weather delay. After heavy rain and lightning forced an evacuation, fans were left watching replays from last year's races for nearly 2 hours. While safety is non-negotiable in such conditions, many wondered if the race could have resumed in the fading light. The track's lighting, they said, simply wasn't sufficient to keep riders safe. SMX Next World All-Stars also lost their race, but will get a second shot in St. Louis, with gate picks based on Charlotte qualifying. The track itself? A beast. Designed to be basic, it transformed into a nightmare after Thursday's rain. Mulch and sand mixed with Carolina clay created a rutted, unpredictable outdoor section that rivaled pro motocross rounds. Supercross jumps became death traps, and one rhythm section left riders scrambling all weekend. Eli Tomac, never one to mince words, called it one of the most interesting tracks I've ever ridden, blending motocross ruts with supercross chaos. And this is the part most people miss. The gnarly conditions led to big crashes. Ryder Malinowski, Christopher Harris, and Landon Gibson all had major wipeouts in practices. Julien Biomer of Red Bull KTM suffered a burst fracture in his L3 vertebra after a huge rhythm section crash, proof that even the toughest tracks can test a rider's luck. Justin Cooper of Monster Energy Yamaha entered Charlotte as the points leader, sporting a red plate for the first time as a 450 rider. But a disastrous start left him dead last, and his charge to 11th dropped him to 3rd in the standings. If anyone wishes they'd race the second moto, it's likely Jay Coop. Meanwhile, Hayden Deegan and Jet Lawrence proved why they're the only 2-time SMX playoff champions in their classes. Deegan erased Seth Hamaker's 12-second lead in the 250 class, while Lawrence cruised to a predictable but dominant 450 win. But with double and triple point rounds ahead, can they afford a single misstep? RJ Hampshire of Rockstar Energy Husqvarna has been a revelation in the 450 class, but SMX was new territory. Despite claiming he hadn't trained much on supercross bikes, he finished 5th in his debut, passing Ken Roczen late. Joe Shimoda, Deegan's main threat, nearly stole the 250 win before crashing out. His fastest lap, nearly a full second quicker than Deegan's, left fans wondering, what if he hadn't clipped a tough block? Valentin Guillard, the 3-time MX2 GP winner, showed promise with a 14th place finish. But St. Louis will reveal if his motocross skills translate to supercross. Cooper Webb, the 3-time 450 SX champion, returned for knee surgery with a quiet 7th. Maybe the Dome at America Center in St. Louis is the stage he needs to reignite his SMX career. And then there were the surprises. Austin Forkner and Ryder DiFrancesco. Forkner, who struggled with starts all year, finally cracked a season-best 5th. DiFrancesco, recovering from a mid-season injury, charged from mid. The battle for SMX supremacy is just heating up.